G'day, g'day, g'day. It's Tuesday, Strength and Habits, and we're going to reflect on yesterday, Monday, which is Clarify Purpose. And today, a bit of a shift, a bit of a change. We changed up our habits. But what does that mean? Is it a good thing or not? We went a different way. It was raining. Did we stop? Nah, Pippi and I go on. And we changed certain things. Did we swim? No, we tried the spa because it was a bit cooler this morning. We're the only pool on the Gold Coast with solar heating, and they turn it off for winter. Figure that one out. I find it funny. But I'm going to talk about how it can be helpful to shift your habits now and then just for a change up, an adaptation, or adaptability, as we say. But if you're interested in the story, there's some good stuff and not so good stuff. It's really interesting.
Do you feel like there's never enough time in the day? Are you struggling to switch off from work, the internet, and social media? It's time to reconnect with family, friends, colleagues, and most importantly, yourself. Join the Be More Social Daily Challenge. Just 10 minutes a day to recharge, gain more energy, and enjoy what matters most. Let's begin.
Yeah, so we cut that pretty short, didn't we? It's a short time, but people are always looking for more time. They're seeking more time and energy. We've cracked the code. We've worked out how. It's living a life of happiness and enjoyment. And what a method, what a code, what a list. The daily challenge to be more social. Love it. We did a video yesterday. Not even sure we've posted it yet. We're falling behind in our editing. We're constantly looking for volunteers, employees, small business owners on the Gold Coast who want to start their own business. There's options for funding for that small business, but unfortunately the job providers and the self-employment programs aren't quite understanding our message because we're not a business, we're a charity. So, well, not yet. We've got to jump through all these hoops first, but that's the habit. That's the habit of the system, and that's cool. I understand that because we know our purpose, which was yesterday. So the purpose is to help teens disconnect online to reconnect offline. So they can connect with their families and friends, schools, parents, teachers, loved ones. And how do we do it? We approach businesses, same thing, nothing up front. We come in, we share, we head off. You like it? Great. If not, great. We then go to schools and universities, and we're doing some great stuff, hopefully with Bond very soon. I got an email this morning I'm really, really happy about. And that could open the doors to the Bond, the Bond of Aussies, or something like that. Be bonded Aussies, be Aussies bonded. Bond Aussies together. Ooh, I like that one. Similar to the Titans together. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, awesome. I don't know why I go into that little, I think I'm mirroring someone I've seen on TikTok who does that. So I like to mimic people that seem to be doing really well, and he's really happy. The name doesn't come to mind, but let's get back on track. So habits. What do we do today? So it was raining, and I took Pip over the park. It was quiet. There wasn't many around in the rain, and she did her business, which was cool. And I thought, you know what? We're going to go in the rain anyway. I'm going for a swim afterwards, so what, my shirt gets wet? I can wash it. That's easy. But she didn't want to go. And I thought, let's change this habit up a bit. We're not going to stop it. We're just going to deviate a little bit. See if we can explore something new, something different. But it's still a habit because we're doing it at 6 a.m. Mind you, I spoke to an awesome guy. He's coming on board. Enough of that. Right now, we'll talk about it later. Lukey, you're the man. So where are we going? So I jumped in the car. That'll keep Pip safe and wet. No, dry. Well, she was a bit damp. You know what I mean. And we took off over the bridge and we headed towards Main Beach. Thought maybe there's something up there and it's quite deserted and quiet. And might be a good time to reflect and focus on my intentions of the day. Because that's what we do every day. Reflect. Intention, reflect, intention. Really cool. And I turned the corner onto the beach, not onto the beach, but the street along the beach. And there were all these car spots. I thought, maybe that's it. We weren't meant to walk along the street. because the streets are dangerous. No, not the cars. I'm not talking about the cars. I'm talking about the tiles or the pavers on the road, because I like wearing thongs everywhere, and every third or fourth tile, they're these really slippery tiles. And I have slipped over many times. I broke my hand. 20 years of football. Oh, you know this story. But yeah, found a park and I thought, yep, that's it. We can go out. I can take my shoes off and walk up and down the promenade. I got out of the car and no, Pip didn't want to come. Okay, there's something here. And I looked around and thought, I'll give her a second to reflect and maybe she'll come out. And then I looked at the promenade and the pavers. They're made of pebbles. That's what's hurting my feet. My feet are all cracked because I've been walking in bare feet when it's been raining. It's nice on the road, they're nice and smooth, but the promenade, it's just pebbles and it's like, that hurts. So I thought, okay, where are we going, Pip? Let's go to Main Beach. It's just a little bit further up. It's just one road in, one road out. And we can go off lead on the beach. Brilliant idea, but what about the rain? We'll see. Wouldn't you know it? We get up to the end, the sun is shining. It's like the sky just opened up. The sun came down and kept us warm. And Pip wasn't sure, she sat there. Then I realised the bag of treats, they're in the console of the car. That's what she's reminding me of. She wants a treat. And what a treat she is. Really, really cool. So I grabbed the treats and she jumped out and we started heading down the beach. It's good 70, 80 metres through the footpath and down the way. We get out open to the beach and there's not a soul to be seen. We had the beach to ourselves. And she ran up and down that beach and she loved it. We haven't taken her there for a while because we've been focused on the promenade. But there weren't many people on the promenade because it was raining. People stopped their habits because of a little bit of rain. That's intriguing. It's interesting. Yeah, I understand. I've done it before. I've found reasons and excuses and life gets in the way. No judgment. It's just what it is. That's life. So yeah, cool. Came back, starting a new day. I've got plenty of people to talk to. Caught up with Dino. Had a bloke I did a coaching course with many years ago, and we had run-ins on the weekend, that first weekend, and I don't mean fisticuffs. We just had different opinions. And a few people in the room thought, wow, these two are going to end up scuffling. And we became really, really good mates. There was no scuffle there. We just respect each other's space. And we were open to dialogue. And he'd come up and stay up here all the time, and he'd stay with me and whatnot. And, you know, we got a house in Broadbeach, and he came and stayed there as well. And his wife came up, Rach, and that was really cool. And it was great to talk to him this morning and recollect on our journey. And we had a similar path. We were both golfers. I don't know if he plays anymore. He's from the Navy. Yeah, I tried to get in the Air Force, didn't I? Spoke about that in the last couple of days. Good old English, eh? Failed English. But we studied with books back then. We had the opportunity to debate, but I'm not good at debating. I like discussion. I like sharing ideas and exploring. Oh, that's a good one. Why don't we combine that one and we can make it even bigger and better? So connecting with people, maximize connectedness. I love it. But with every great story, there's a little bit raw. And my wife's going through some stressful times at the moment. That's cool. She's on holidays. She's releasing all that stuff. You know, when you take a break from work and you just get into the holiday and then all of a sudden it's over, it's probably because you're decompressing. You need a bit longer. Yeah, and you can say, well, yeah, teachers, they get 12, 15 weeks a year, but she's in there now working on her holidays and she loves it. She's marking assessments. You better. English assessments. Yeah. My demise. Is it hers or is it her success? Time will tell. Retirement's around the corner. For her, yeah, we've got a charity now. Well, when I say we, Pip and I, Nick's not interested yet. And I say yet because she's working a full-time job and so much more. 30, 40 hours a week of marking. No one really sees it, but I've said this before. So where am I going with this? about habits. It's about cultivating awareness and using empowering language to sharpen your focus. All the daily challenges, they all roll into one. Or you can do them separately day by day. It's up to you. I'm a maximizer. I bring them all together. I connect them all. And I love it. But yeah, I've heard some sad stories recently about people running charities and, people on social media that just tearing people down. I don't understand it. Social media wasn't around in my day. It was always about building people up. You could say the word champion and it meant winning a cup. But more importantly, for me, it was about winning with a team and surrounding myself with friends that enjoyed my company and I enjoyed theirs. But now all of a sudden, champ and champion is a bad word. But the other C word, ooh, I heard that from a girlfriend to a boyfriend while in front of my wife and I. And I said, excuse me, did I just hear what I think I just heard? She goes, yeah, we're allowed to say that now. And I said, well, please don't in front of me and my wife. I don't appreciate it. She goes, oh, you're just old. You're a different generation. Well, let me explain. The English language, generation is a generation. My generation is from the day I'm born until the day I die. Some even think it's before they give birth. I don't mind either way. To me, life is a generation. You live through other people's generations, younger, older, but I'm still in my generation. I'm in your generation when I share time with you. So if someone finds something offensive, what right do you tell someone that it's okay, you're old? And lo and behold, I believe she said she was doing an etymology course and she knew better than I did. Okay, she knows that my wife and I find it offensive, but it's okay because she knows better. Yeah, I like that. But I mirror, I match. I put that mirror up to their face and they don't like it because I call them out on it. I push boundaries. People can't handle that when they look at themselves in the mirror, metaphorically and literally. Have you noticed how some mirrors are distorted and some mirrors you look great? Is it the mirror or is it who's seeing through those eyes? Because great days, you see a great person. Not so great days, you may not. So where are you looking? At the window or a teleprompter? Your call, your habit, your choice. I just choose to live because I love life. I'm addicted to life. How? I strengthen my habits and I know my purpose from yesterday. To me, that's really cool. And I love doing this, whether someone's watching or not. But what I do know is I can manage it right now because I've only got a small following. And people might say, yeah, but you're nobody. You've got nothing. You don't have anyone following you. Yeah, you'll be surprised. It's not about following. It's about connecting. And I prefer people beside me. And I've got a lot more people than you. Trust me, the people around me, the people beside me, they span across the globe. I've got people in almost every country, yeah. 192 countries. You do the math. I'm not bragging, I'm not boasting. I just love being more social. And I can connect with people on the street, on social media, over the phone, because I have a gift. It's not the words. It's not what I say. It's a smile. It's just say, g'day.
Thanks for listening as we take on the Be More Social Challenge. Join Danny Crouch tomorrow as he shares his journey, and we hope you'll join in too. Drop a comment below. Tell us how it's going, ask questions and share your insights. Find more details in the description or at chooseyourchapter.com.au. Let's make time, boost energy, and aim to be more social today.